From sitting motionless like a dummy,
I will sentence you to life in Florida State Prison with a 10-year minimum mandatory and credit for 1,000.
to having a full-on breakdown in a courtroom, or threatening the judge,
I will break out soon and I will kill more.
these are the most heated gang leaders' reactions to life sentences. First up on our list of menaces is Mikal D. Thomas, who shot and killed pregnant Sharon Staples during a robbery on August 7, 2011.
Don't do that to
Ah yes, the classic wriggle your way out of chains plan, because indeed, a last-second attempt to escape in a courtroom packed with cops would work. Spoiler, it didn't. At least he tried to escape, unlike Michael Boatwright, the trigger man in the 2018 murder of rapper XXXTentacion. He received 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole.
This court will sentence you to life in Florida State Prison, credit for 1,732 days already served. Both counts carry with them a 25-year minimum mandatory. Count 2 will run consecutive and not concurrent with count 1.
Oh, he's too cool for a life sentence, huh? Nodding like he's listening to elevator music instead of his future being sealed. Real tough guy move, but the judge made damn sure who was the real deal.
You'll spend every hour and every day and every week and every year of your life in that cell. And one day, they'll come and open up that cell in the morning and you'll have passed on. And only on that day will you have served your sentence.
That's got to be one of the coldest closing statements made by a judge in a courtroom. It's surprising how Michael held it together, because not everyone can take their deserved sentences like a good boy. Such was the case with Brandon Spencer, a 19-year-old convicted of starting an open shootout gang war.
Today, in LA Superior Court, Spencer begged for mercy from Judge Edmund Clark Jr. before sentencing.
I'm sorry for what happened, Your Honor, but I need some life in prison. And I'm not a bad person, but I made mistakes. I'm not just some gangbanger that she tried to portray me as.
Not a bad person, he said, after sending a bunch of people to the hospital. Full meltdown mode activated. Looks like someone's realizing life behind bars isn't a game. But hey, at least he regretted his decisions. Unlike Tariq Jackson, who had the nerve to stand at his hearing and warn his fellow gang members.
Other stuff, it ain't worth 16 years or death, because eventually you be put in a situation and there's severe consequences that come with that. But to my family, I just want to say, don't cry, this isn't a funeral. My life is far from over. They can lock my body, but they can't lock my mind. It's going to be a long tunnel I have to walk through, but I always stay focused at the light at the end and always keep smiling on my face like always.
A little too poetic for someone about to be locked away forever. You can't lock my mind? Yeah, sure. Try keeping that mindset when you're stuck in a cell 24 hours a day. And talking about monotonous speeches, we have Noah Lowe Paul, convicted of a tragic murder spree and first-degree kidnapping.
Nobody deserved what I did to them. I wanted to plead guilty because I want to accept responsibility for what I did, and to try to take away some of the hurt I caused.
Oh, now he gets it. After all the lives lost, the light bulb finally flicks on. Too bad the understanding comes way too late for anyone to care. But hey, at least he admitted his fault like a man, and apologized. Unlike Luis Bracamontes, a psycho convicted of murdering 2 law enforcement officers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please step out of the hallway.
Dead.
Smiling like he's at a party, throwing a random confession? That's a whole new level of insanity. Wonder what would happen when he's put behind bars among people like him. That smile surely won't last long. And talking about psychopaths, we have Camia Gamate, convicted of brutally killing her boyfriend, Marcel Hill. While Hill's family members spoke, she would only roll her eyes and laugh.
then you're gonna shut your mouth or I'm gonna have some duct tape put on it.
And that's not even the most interesting part, because the judge went all out while sentencing her.
I understand you have to do what you have to do.
I agree with the family. I hope you die in prison as well. You know, if this was a death penalty state, you'd be getting a chair.
Not sure she would fit in a chair. A sofa, maybe. But what's more hilarious here is the fact that her lawyer did not defend her. You know you're done when your own lawyer says to the judge, "I understand you have to do what you have to do." Moving down the list of psychos, we have Abel Gallegos. Convicted of drug trafficking, multiple felonies, and the brutal murder of Simone Duran, Gallegos was put behind bars forever, for good.
I am struck by the casualness in which it was committed, the absolute disregard. This is the result. This is where you will end up to serve the rest of your life in prison.
Stone cold silence, no remorse, just standing there like it's any other day. Guess he's too numb even to fake an apology. Meanwhile, the judge's discomfort says it all. We now turn to Kenneth Hill and Jomar Robinson. In 2014, they were sentenced to life without parole for the killing of a store owner during a robbery.
What more could you possibly want to take from this family, yet insult them and threaten them and say, "This ain't over yet"?
I know I wasn't talking to them. I know for a fact I wasn't.
Well, who were you talking to?
I was talking to my family.
And you know what? If I could give you an extra 10 years, I would, but I can't.
Oh, so he's soaking up the chaos like it's a performance? Meanwhile, the jury's losing it, and the judge is just wishing she could add some extra time to his show. Guess he's the only one entertained here. And talking about entertaining oneself in a courtroom, we have Jeremy and Christine Moody, convicted of the 2013 murders of Charles and Gretchen Parker.
There's people out there because they didn't like them, for their own reasons. But I think it's a case that justice demands a life sentence. I would ask that the victim family be allowed to leave.
Nothing says romantic like a life sentence and a body count. Guess nothing bonds a couple more than mutual convictions, literally. While Christine and Jeremy Moody's twisted actions left a chilling mark, George Goel Thomas took things even further. Convicted of the brutal murders of 2 men in California, he was sentenced to life in prison.
Gonna be brutally honest. I'm not saying I regret it because my whole life shaped the person that I am today. But what I know for a fact, if I could have changed some things, I wouldn't be here.
Regretting your life choices now? Too bad that epiphany didn't come sooner, like before you ran a gang and ruined lives. Nice try, but the judge didn't buy his last-minute sob story. But at least he showed some remorse, unlike Adam Pate here, who's pure scum. Carrying a Satan tattoo and a split tongue, Pate pleaded guilty to the brutal 2012 murder of Ricky James, earning himself a life sentence.
GS 29221, State versus David Allen Pate, having pled guilty to murder, sent to court as he be committed to State Department of Corrections for a determined term of life. Thank you. Please hold your emotions, your apology.
Smiling through a life sentence? That's cute. Keep that grin. He'll be needing it when reality hits harder than those prison walls. From one nightmare to the next, we have Jeremy Christian, who brought terror to a packed train, fatally stabbing 2 men and injuring another after they intervened in his racist outburst.
Bitch, you ain't gonna be there either, bitch. You fucking hoe. You fucking hoe. You fucking up my whole city. George Floyd. George Floyd. I should have killed you, bitch. I should have killed your bitch ass. Everybody knows you're a liar. Everybody knows you're a liar, huh?
Still running his mouth like that's gonna change a life sentence. Tough talk now? Let's see how that attitude holds up when he's not the scariest one in the room. Sliding in with all the charm of a concrete wall, we've got Ibarra, a proud Tren de Aragua gang representative who got life sentence without parole for the murder of Laken Riley.
But I also, and this goes back to what Kerry Howell was saying, that as many times as you reflect on the loss, at some point you start smiling.
Stone cold in the face of heartbreak. No remorse, no reaction, just dead eyes staring back at a shattered family. Life without parole? That's not a sentence. That's exactly what he earned. Next up, Erica Mae Butts. Tough enough to beat a toddler, but folded like a lawn chair when faced with real consequences. In 2009, she was convicted for the horrific abuse and murder of 3-year-old Serenity Richardson. Thought she could dish out abuse with no consequences, but the moment the sentence dropped, she folded like a cheap lawn chair. Justice hits harder than she ever could. Lastly, we have the Carpio brothers caught in their own deadly actions. Anthony and Michael Carpio were convicted of stabbing Kevin Orellana to death at Cleveland High School in 2013.
All he was doing.
The judge then sentenced the two brothers to 16 years to life.
Cold as ice with a side of cocky smirk, because nothing says I regret nothing, like acting like you're at a dull meeting. Guess their next move in the I don't care club will be behind bars.
Your actions have led you to a prison cell, but have also created an empty cell that I live in every day. While you can still hope to be released one day, I'll never escape my help. You are still alive, but Jordan has no future.
Maybe this guy mistook the courtroom for a comedy club because nothing seems to wipe that nonchalant, disgusting smirk off his face.
Your Honor, my client wants to address the court.
Oh, of course. Yes, sir. Mr. Wright, what would you like to say?
I just want to tell y'all, I'll be home soon, or I'll be Keon. I love my family.
That's all you got to say.
That's what he decides to say after he murdered that kid and he stands in front of the victim's family?
Hey, man. No, man, this is not right, man. I'm telling you it's not right. This system is so messed up. Stand there. If you're going to act out.
Is he seriously trying to make a grand escape from a courtroom packed with cops? Bold strategy. Let's see how that works out for him.
As quickly as Demopoulos hops over the table, the deputies tackle him to the floor.
Yeah, sure. Take off from the courtroom. Nothing says totally innocent, like a dramatic sprint out of the courtroom. But not everyone runs away from the court like this. Some even show their relaxed self even when they are on trial for murder, like this dude.
I was looking forward to, I will never get to see my baby brother graduate high school, go to college, graduate college, get married, have children. I will never be an aunt, and my children will never know their uncle.
Look at him, sitting there all confident and smug. He even pulled out his favorite t-shirt for the occasion, the one that reads, "Killer on the chest." Looks like someone is proud of what they should be ashamed of.
He even flicked the middle finger.
Saying to pull the trigger to kill your son, masturbates to memory.
3 life sentences without parole, and he's sitting there like he just won an award. Talk about celebrating being permanently locked away. You may not believe this, but a courtroom can even be a place for some geniuses to take a power nap.
With a chuckle, a laugh, and yawn after yawn, David Moses acted strangely at his sentencing this morning, appearing to fall asleep in his chair not once, but twice.
It gave me the impression that he thought this was a game.
Seriously, how rude of the court to interrupt his obviously packed schedule. Next time, they should consult him before to ensure he's well rested for his hearing. Not everyone's a nap master in the court, though. There can even be cases of Disney princesses being shaped by the law.
Why are you giving me the side eye? Stand up straight, stop tilting your head. This is very serious. If you don't do your conditions, consequence. And your consequence is potentially going to prison for 20 years. Do you understand?
Oh, look, a courtroom diva.
Why is she not going to DDRF? That's my question, because that's what I ordered.
She did not want to participate.
All right, so you can participate at the prison, but it's not going to be at Safety. This is not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way. I ordered DDRF, and you don't want to go there.
A queen forced to sit through a trial like a commoner. Someone get her a throne, a tiara, and maybe a reality check while we're at it.
Why?
Why what?
Why'd you miss a test? Why didn't you do your alcohol screening and assessment?
Forgot to print it out.
What?
I said I forgot to print it out. The list on it. What is Von Schwartz? Is that somebody I'm supposed to go to? What does that name stand for?
Well, that's one way to impress the court, insulting the judge to his face. Bold strategy, kid. How sad that it came with a free lesson in consequences.
Dexter Darnell Johnson, the jury has found you guilty of capital murder. In accordance with the laws of the state of Texas, this court hereby assesses your punishment of death.
Oh, now he's freaking out? Guess it was all fun and games until the whole death sentence part actually became real. Let's look at why one shouldn't act out of our way if the result doesn't come out your way.
Okay, and do you own any property of value? A house, a car, a bank account, significant amounts of jewelry?
Yes.
What do you own?
I own a lot of jewelry, all right, as well as...
Not a place to be boasting about her jewelry.
How much would you say your jewelry is worth? It's not a joke, you know. We are not in a club now.
Okay, but it's, you know,
Hey, well,
kind
you
of,
see,
you know,
we are not in a club. Be serious about it.
I'm serious about
Oh,
it.
you're
You
being
just
very.
made me
I can
laugh.
see you're serious, all right.
From the start, her airy and fun personality didn't push the good buttons for the judge, who seemed disgruntled.
The state is requesting our on count 2 through 26.
And refer to Division 51. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Poor girl doesn't even realize what she's done. She might think it's all a joke now, but the judge has a punchline of his own, which comes with much more than what she could have left in the first place.
Come back, ma'am. Come back. Come back. Give me the paper again. Count one would be 10,000.
Are you serious?
I am serious. Adios.
The nightmare could have stopped right there for her, but no. She decided to bring the judge's ego into the loop by flipping him off.
Come back again. Come back again. Bring him back again.
Wow, who knew? Eye rolls and giggles wouldn't impress a judge.
I believe I heard you saying to...
Yes, I did. I'm not going to the...
I believe you... Did you say... Did you say that?
Yes, sir. I did.
Oh, you did say that?
I'm not
I
gonna
find you in
lie.
direct criminal contempt. 30 days in the county jail.
Someone should have told her that court isn't just another episode of her personal drama series. Speaking of idiots who think they're the main character in the court, look at these two kids sitting in the room like they own the law.
Jesus Ayala and Jameer Keys smiling at the widow and daughter of Andy Probst as they leave the courtroom Tuesday. The teens are accused of intentionally hitting the 64-year-old retired California police chief.
Bum, 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 bum. These two idiots think they're sitting on The Ellen Show, enjoying their time comfortably in the court's chairs.
They're just kind of trying to mad dog us and intimidate us, which didn't work.
Jesus Ayala and Jameer Keys smiling at the widow and daughter of Andy Probst as they leave the courtroom.
I guess some people just enjoy being sent to prison for life, just like the next guy, who laughed all the way from the start of his case to the end.
16-year-old Simeon Adams is familiar with going to court, but not adult court, and not in chains, and not for murder. The smile on his face might indicate the teen doesn't understand the pain he's accused of causing.
Oh, sure. He must think this is some VIP escort to a 5-star resort. Too bad the only amenities waiting for him are metal bars and a bunk bed. The next girl saw an opportunity to impress the people with her sermons when she saw a filled court.
Can you tell me what... ma'am, you have to come up here. We can't record
What
your
laws
back.
do you guys operate under?
The laws of the state of Kentucky.
Oh, yes. As in, like, amateur law, criminal law, that sort.
Come up here and stand at this podium. I have to get you on the record so that people...
I reserve my right before crossing this bench.
Johnson's refusing to cooperate.
Nice talk coming from a woman having drug charges slapped on her back. Maybe because she's part of a group that considers itself above the law.
To create some big scene.
Well,
Hang on a second. I do not want to lock you up, but I may very well have to. I need for you to come up here and stand at this podium.
I'll try to sit there so
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You have to come up here and stand at this podium.
She may not have the brains to process her thoughts before she blurted them out, but she could at least read the room. Her weird attitude did nothing but aggravate the judge even more.
All right.
Show me the law.
Chris?
Show me the law.
Chris?
Show me the law.
Go ahead and lock her up. Go ahead and take her into custody.
Really? Causing a commotion in the court while being charged with illegal drugs? In that case, the judge knows just the remedy for her.
You sit over there, nothing wrong.
You have no right for that.
Yeah, I'm not finished with her yet.
Too bad her fancy law talk did not bag enough sympathy for a pardon. People like these sure know how to create a commotion, like the next man.
I won't do it off my case. I'm standing on all that. It's conflict of interest between me and the client. No, man, I wanna file a verbal motion.
Pretty sure this dude didn't meet his lawyer before coming to court, because how could he flip out like that in the middle of the hearing?
Kicks in for this counterfeit cop.
It's one hell of a thought to know that in about 2 minutes I f***ed my life pretty damn good.
This genius strolled into court, looking like he just rolled out of bed for a midnight snack run. However, the judge wasn't exactly impressed with his fashion statement. When a verdict is rendered, it won't matter how much you roll your eyes, argue, or put on the too cool to care front. The system makes decisions without deliberation, as we saw in this video today.
Met the burden, so therefore I am going to find that there is probable cause to charge the individual with the found over for General Sessions Court for both charges.
Crying and wailing, begging for mercy when the matter is already out of his hands. It's a pity his tears have gone to waste since he chose this path for himself. It looks like we have an audition going on for Hollywood's new upcoming film in the courtroom. He sure wasn't crying when he committed the crime, but now he's drowning the whole courtroom.
I can't take back what was done. I wish I could. I would give my life for Austin. I loved him a lot.
Austin Smith was completely defenseless. That's a given. But there were other dynamics at work there.
Austin, Ashley, I really didn't. You really think I did that? I didn't mean to hurt.
He thought he was a tough guy when he beat a kid to death for crying too much, and now he's the one bawling his eyes out like a broken fire hydrant in court. Ain't karma sweet? What happened to all this energy when he was out there, breaking the law and doing heinous crimes? The only place a tantrum will take him is the police van, off to the cold cells.
Not a bad person, but I made mistakes. But I'm not just some gangbanger that you tried to portray me as.
Stable. This is Penal Code Section 12022.53D. This is to be concurrent.
This teen must have played a lot of GTA. He just walked into a party and started shooting as if he were a gangster. But now he looks like a glitch in the system. His tough guy personality must have gotten scared and took the day off on court hearing day.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree.
He really surprised everyone with that after the judge dropped that guilty on him. Mr. Tough Guy broke character going from emotionless to a weep in sorrow real quick.
Particular homicide, the court's going to adjudicate the defendant guilty, sentence him to 9 years in Florida State Prison. On count 2, same charge, court will adjudicate the defendant guilty, sentence him to 15 years Florida State Prison, and that'll run consecutive to count 1, for a total of 24 years Florida State Prison.
Now who could forget that one, right? The cute young boy who just mistakenly ran over a mother and child. This case enjoyed the oxygen of publicity on social media. Man thought his degenerate fans would be able to pull him out of that one after he went Vin Diesel in a Fast and Furious, huh? But they weren't able to.
So she's sentenced on count 2, the murder of Davion Flanagan, 15 years to life. She's sentenced on count 1, the murder of Dominic Russo, 15 years to life.
What was happening? So then we were in the waiting room. And then his mom ended up, she did call me.
This girl is the epitome of rash and senseless decisions and acts. Didn't she think about the law and authorities even once before speeding like she was in a Need for Speed commercial?
Sentence of the court is that the defendant shall serve the rest of his life without the possibility of parole with the Michigan Department of Corrections, credit for 8 days served.
Take a look at this one, sitting there like he's in a boring class, probably thinking about when he'll be having lunch. This is exactly the face of a kid who threw his life away with his own hands.
Cold-blooded murder, young man. And your counsel wants us to believe that you lack the capacity, that you were insane.
No tears, no regret, no remorse shown on his face at all. Instead, he decorates his face with a shameless smirk that only suggests that he's here to enjoy the show.
God! 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 God!
Folks in the gallery, you need to hold it down.
God!
A bit too late to seek religion, huh? From the moment this guy rolled into the courtroom, it was pure chaos. He made sure that his entry was one that all the members present at the court would always remember.
Dexter Darnell Johnson, the jury has found you guilty of capital murder. In accordance with the laws of the state of Texas, this court hereby assesses your punishment of death. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is going to complete your jury service. I'm going to meet you in the jury room.
All rise.
He was standing tall while breaking the law, but now he got jelly legs all of a sudden? That disappointed look isn't going to save him from what he signed himself up for.
Charges. All fines and costs.
Now, the tears want to make an appearance? Sure isn't going to save her from the hellish experience she is about to witness, though. She should have thought about it when she was committing crimes.
You have 3 warrants for armed robbery and 1 warrant for felony murder.
She's as confused as a chameleon in a bag of Skittles. Wake up. They're the crimes you committed. Where was this confusion when you were committing felony murder? And if one thinks a death sentence is the worst that could happen, he or she surely hasn't been slapped with a good old life sentence. Because let's be honest, even a quick death is better than suffering the horrors behind bars.
Why don't you go to the podium, please? The jury having found you guilty of murder in the first degree, Miss Me, I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to life in prison without parole.
Felony murder, one of the most controversial charges out there. Even though she wasn't the one who pulled the trigger, she's just as guilty in the eye of the law and got a well-deserved life sentence for it. Standing at the podium must have made her realize this isn't just a bad dream at all.
Mr. Fucci, having entered a plea of guilty to the crime of first-degree murder, I adjudicate you guilty of the premeditated first-degree murder of Tristan Bailey. I sentence you to life in prison.
Acting like he doesn't care at all just makes him look like a busted NPC. He's just practicing how he would look when it's just him and the cold stone walls.
It is hereby ordered that you be committed to the Department of Youth Services until the age of 21, and furthermore committed to the Massachusetts Correctional Institution at Cedar Junction for the period of not less than 25 years and not more than life.
Oh, so you're just standing there like a mannequin in a courtroom, right? No flicker of emotion, no twitch, just a bad decision blank slate. Do you think stone-facing your life sentence makes you tough? Nah, it just proves there's nothing up there.
Fair.
That's all you do is throw people away like that.
Mr. Rodriguez, down.
Rodriguez has previous arrests for acts of violence, but nothing sexual. His family feels his sentence was a bit extreme.
And here we've got a fighter, acting like life's unfair when you don't really have a choice. He didn't have much problem playing judge, jury, and executioner out in the real world.
Count 1 of the indictment, the murder in the first degree of Luke Hoyer. The court imposes a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole.
This guy looks more surprised than anyone else in the court, just like a poor deer looking at the headlights of an oncoming car in disbelief.
Now, given she's facing multiple felonies and there's a child... Ma'am,
I'm not going to get felonies on my records for something that I didn't do. I will get an attorney, and I will get a good one, and that's what you don't understand. You're not going to f*** my life up.
Oh, her confidence is just unmatched. She's crying like a kid, but still has the audacity to throw naive threats at the judge like she is in a reality show reunion. A good attorney isn't going to undo what she did. But hey, delusion is free, so why not? And talking about taking the judge head on, we have this woman.
Your wife and kids get raped.
I would ask that you would
Right
point
in
to
the
the defender's office. Okay, I'll
I'll appoint the public defender's office to handle the appeal. There's one other thing that I want to say that I think needs to be said.
I knew I was raped. You weren't nothing but a bunch of stuff.
Therefore, these proceedings are now
Putting
concluded.
somebody who was raped to death.
Ah, yes, the classic, let me make this worse for myself move. Keep digging, lady. That hole is getting really deep for you.
With regard to count 3, as to the offense of aggravated assault, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty. With regard to count 4, as the offense of felony murder, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty.
It's about time her heart filled with remorse and she shed tears over her actions. Funny how guilt kicks in only when you get cornered in a spot with no way to escape. Much like this next one, who decided her sentencing to be the best time for the waterworks.
I want to express how sorry I am for this loss, because it is such a great loss. I recognize and completely acknowledge this pain, and I'm so sorry. I loved Alex very much.
Interesting definition of love. She loved him so much that she killed him? At this point, this apology isn't for the victim's parents, it's for herself. The list of convicted crybabies doesn't stop here, as we've got more of them.
Beginning on the first right. Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? All right, all 3 verdicts.
So she had no mercy for her mother, but the second the judge said guilty, she fell apart like she was the victim. Much like this next one, who was trying to seem remorseful but failed miserably.
But one of the thoughts that I have is that of all the people who would know and understand the kind of pain and misery that the sale of narcotics to an addict cause, that you would be someone who would understand that, maybe more than most of us.
Somebody get this woman an Oscar because she just won the Best Actress for Courtroom Meltdown. Too bad the only reward she is going to get is a lifetime behind bars. At least she had fake tears, unlike the next one, who thought convicted murder was an award.
Thank you. Ms. Muhammad, is there anything you would like to say?
I just want to say sorry to my daughter. That's it.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, no tears? No reaction? Honestly, she looked like she was waiting in line for a coffee order instead of a life sentence.
Causing serious bodily injury to Javier Perez. You understand that?
Yes.
Seems appropriate, considering she wasn't thinking about the consequences when she decided to drink and drive.
Mathis, on case number 58, you're charged with assault in the first degree, domestic violence, Thaddeus Thomas, and then on case number 59, it looks like the charge has been upgraded to murder, domestic violence. Bond on both of these has been set at $500,000.
Did she really think that she'd run over her husband without killing him? Ma'am, you weren't driving a bumper car. What did you think was gonna happen?
Stop it. Stop it.
Rachel, call.
She was already charged with murder. Now she's out here auditioning for assaulting her own defense attorney. At this point, the judge might as well add walking red flag to her official record.
Anyone in the courtroom that knew what kind of knife that was. And it was a big old long fillet knife. Because I used it to fillet pike and muskie and salmon. And I'll tell you, you gutted him like a fish in that apartment too. You were relentless, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed until he was dead.
At that point, the judge might have been yelling at a brick wall because she looked more concerned about keeping her rhythm than the years she was about to serve. Ma'am, you ruled over the law, but now the law is ruling over you. Time to walk that path, or in this case, get carried down it.
You have 3 warrants for armed robbery and 1 warrant for felony murder.
An apparently shocked Fernetta Torres' attitude of her situation seemed to settle in.
Those are the charges that are pending right now.
It seems as if she just found out about her own crimes at the same time as everyone else, making faces, gasping in disbelief, as if she wasn't the main character in this whole mess.
This morning, if you'd like, you don't have any obligation to speak, but if you'd like to choose to speak, now is the time to do it.
Yes, I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm innocent. Fuck you all. You're garbage. That's all you're on.
Miss Dollar, I don't know that that's appropriate here.
After the heinous crime she has committed, she goes on to spew playground insults during her sentencing, because nothing says, "I'm innocent," like a courtroom outburst.
At least until such time as we have sentencing.
So we just verify that she can be released?
Yes, as soon as it's been verified, she can be released. Okay, are there any other proceedings in this case at this time that we need to deal with?
You want to set a date, Judge, or how do you want to handle it?
I don't at this point because I don't know what it is.
Oh, now she's shaking like crazy? The reality is sinking in, making her realize this isn't a nightmare she can wake up from. Funny how there was no hesitation when committing the crime, but now the consequences have her trembling.
My personal life is
Miss Hardwick,
no.
you will be held in contempt of this court if you become disruptive.
I don't care. I haven't done anything to this court. I haven't done anything to them.
She'll be arrested for contempt days for contempt of court. You go now.
Bold strategy. Insult the one person deciding your fate. At this point, she's not just losing her case, she's winning herself a whole new set of charges. Just like this next idiot.
Are you serious?
I am serious. Adios. Come back again. Come back again. Bring him back again.
What's up?
I believe I heard you saying to...
Yes, I did. I'm not going to the...
She really shouldn't have done that in all seriousness.
I believe you... Did you say...
Yes,
me?
actually, I
Did you say that?
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh, you did say that?
I'm not
I find you in direct criminal contempt.
Now, we all know it's a moment where most think, can it get any worse than this? But let's be real, it can always get worse.
My behavior was very irrational, and I apologize not only to the court and you, but to my family.
Don't cry. Just don't.
Feeling sorry, huh? She was acting like a brat until she was just slammed into the dirt, where she belonged.
Guilty of the crime of conspiracy to commit murder.
Alright, we're going to need to take a break. You're down. And if we could have, the jury go back into the
Oh, so she was all bold when plotting a murder, but the moment the sentence drops, her brain suddenly fogs and she goes stiff. Funny how reality hit harder than the hitman she hired.
This bitch couldn't send to Cuba. Tell me.
I think that's the lady who allegedly tried to hit with the pliers. The other case, F-15-1426, the bond on count one is $5,000.
Counts 2 and 3 would be someone to play.
Count 2 is $5,000 and count 3.
Ah yes, the insult your way to freedom strategy. Bold choice. Instead of answering simple questions, she's out here auditioning for most uncooperative defendant. Newsflash, cursing out the court won't lower your bond, but it might raise some eyebrows and your time behind bars. Now, if you liked our video and would like to see more quality content like this one, throw in a like and smash that subscribe button.